Hello ladies and gentlemen, this is Jamie, aka Rick here, bringing you part 14 of my GTA4 Let's Play. In this episode, after I've blown up that auto parts centre, I go and meet Dimitri on like a harbour type place, and he basically says how Faustine's out of control and he needs, like, something needs to happen about it, so he sends me to go to Faustine's club and kill him, which seems a bit extreme because it is his brother after all, but yeah, so I go to there, I get a weapon or I get a body armour thing from around the back first, and then I go in there, kill a load of his men first, chase him up onto a rooftop and end up killing him. So and after that I go to meet Dimitri again to collect my payment, obviously, for killing Faustine. And I get a call from little Jacob on the way there to warn me basically that Dimitri's not a very nice person, and he says he'll meet me there at the meeting point. So I meet little Jacob, and that's pretty much where the video ends. We're just about to enter the warehouse to meet Dimitri and get the payment, and yeah, that'll come in episode 14. So episode 14 is pretty action packed. There's a lot more shooting than that in that one. There is a bit in this one, obviously, because I have to kill quite a lot of people to get to Faustine, but yeah, the next one is a pretty good one, so look forward to that. Anyway, in this video I'll continue talking about films, because I touched on it a little bit in the last one, as well as music, but in this one I'll talk about films like a little bit more. So I love films. I watch films most days. Like, if I'm not watching YouTube videos, I'll put a film on while I'm doing some work, like making videos or something, or playing a game. I do use two monitors, so it's nice. You can watch, like, have a video or music on something, and while you're playing a game or like making one of these videos. So yeah, it's good. Films. I'll go start with my, like, not my favourite all-time films, but some films I really like first, and then like some films that I watched recently that are also really good. So the Oceans trilogy, that's Oceans 11, 12 and 13. It's basically a bunch of robbers, and they set up crimes, organised crimes, and they're really, really good. Like, the way they do them is really clever, and I won't say how they do them because it kind of spoils the films, so it's good watching them not knowing how they're going to do it, because it seems really impossible what they're going to try and do. So, but yeah, I definitely recommend watching them if you like that kind of film. They're like planning it out for a bit of the film, and then you see them execute it and how they do it and everything. Is really clever. So yeah, I definitely recommend watching those. Transformers as well. I used to watch the cartoon when I was younger, and when I saw the film came out, I went to see it with my family at cinema. Though we were all amazed how good the effects were, like when they transformed from being like their cars into their robots, and back down into their cars from the robots again. It's amazing, like, transformations. So really cleverly done. So yeah, and can't wait for the third one. It's a bit of a shame Megan Fox isn't going to be in it, but I'm sure they've done it well enough, so you won't. It's not like, hopefully it won't be like this person's replaced Megan Fox's character, because that would be stupid. Like, a different actor playing the same character, that wouldn't be too good, I don't think. But if it is a completely different character, then and there was some reason why Megan Fox's character wasn't in it, I think it'll be alright. But let's hope they've done it like that, so it'll be a bit silly otherwise. Rush Hour trilogy, some of the funniest films I think I've ever seen. Chris Tucker and Jackie Chan, amazing together. So Chris Tucker has some hilarious, like, one-liners in it from all three films really, and I can't really highlight any one in particular because there's so many funny bits in them. I definitely recommend watching them if you like a bit of, action and comedy. So really good trilogy to watch. They're so funny. Fast and Furious, obviously. I like cars, like tuned up cars. Some of the cars in there are so nice, like Vin Diesel's Mustang, and I think it's the end of Tokyo Drift, is it? Yeah, that's so good, that car, I love it. And, I haven't been to see the new one yet. It has come out, I just haven't been to the cinema and watched it yet. So I might not go to the cinema, I might end up waiting for it to come on DVD and buy it then, and then watch it. But I really do want to see it, so I've got all of them so far, all the first 4. So yeah, it'll be good. I'm sure it will be good. I've heard a lot of good reviews about it, so I just haven't got around to watching it yet. What else? Austin Powers. I'm sure everyone's seen Austin Powers. It's hilarious. I don't know. I think Goldmember is my favourite one. I'm not sure. So Goldmember is funny. Like the actual guy that plays Goldmember, it's quite funny. But I think it's the second one where he's on that, like, it's like a baggage cart kind of that you see at an airport, and he's like trying to get down this really small hallway, and then he tries to turn it round, and obviously he can't, and it goes back to him later, and he's just bumping it against the wall either side trying to turn it round. It's so funny. The fact that he's got it stuck there like that, and he keeps reversing, going forward, reversing, is really funny. Probably got to see it to like believe how funny it is. I might put a link in the description of that bit if I can find it on YouTube. So yeah, if I do put that in there, definitely watch it because it is a funny bit of the film. And if you haven't seen the films, watch them as well because they are really funny. No, Die Hard 1 to 4. I remember watching these, not obviously when I was younger. I didn't see them. I got the quadrilogy for Christmas one year, and because I'd seen Die Hard 4 on TV when we had Sky Movies once, and I thought, you know, I haven't really seen the older ones, and I'm sure that'd be good. So I got the quadrilogy, and I watched them all, and they're all amazing. Like, just you know, he's the underdog, and he always goes in. It's kind of a hero film, really. It's just one man taking on a whole organised crew of people. It's a bit far-fetched, but you know, I like it for that reason. Bruce Willis is a brilliant actor, I think, personally. He doesn't really do a bad film like that often that I've seen, so yeah, Die Hard really good. I think 4 is quite clever because it's like, obviously it's more up to date. Everyone's like, it's computer hacking to do with, so it's a bit more interesting. So yeah, so a really good storyline. It's a lot of action, obviously. It's not like hugely story driven, but there is a storyline in there just to kind of pull it all together, which is a lot of problem with action films. There's not enough storyline to hold it together, and it's just like pure action. Although some films can get away with that, like The Expendables is an example of that. So the cast of The Expendables is unbelievable. It's so many big names, and it's literally just action and violence pretty much the whole way through. So there is a little story in that as well, but not really that much. It's just like a group of mercenaries basically, and they do jobs for people. Yeah, definitely recommend watching that. The second one, I think it's being filmed at the moment, so they don't know who they've got extra now, because I can't really say who they could get extra to the cast they already had, because it was a star-studded lineup to say the least. Pretty much every like big action film actor was in it, almost. I mean, even Bruce Willis was in it, and Arnold Schwarzenegger was in it, even though he doesn't do films anymore. Played cameo roles in the film, which was quite clever the way they've done it. But yeah, so definitely go and see that as well, or watch the DVD. Another action film doesn't really have much story is Rambo. It's another good film, a lot of action, a lot of violence in that as well. So again, not much story, but you know, it's carried by the fact that there's a lot of violence in it. If you like that type of film, then definitely see Expendables, Rambo, and Machete as well. It's just come out on DVD. I think it went straight to DVD. I don't remember it coming at the cinema. But yes, that crazy Mexican guy, Danny Trejo or something, I think his name. He's in a lot of films. He always plays like some bad guy who gets killed. He gets killed in pretty much all of his films, but this one, he's actually like the good guy, and he doesn't actually die in this one, so you know, it's a first to him, I think. Yeah, it's again, it's just mindless violence pretty much the whole way through. And it's got Jessica Alba in it as well, which is always a bonus. You know, someone to watch. You know, it's always good in an action film. But yeah, definitely go and see that as well. He gets his name because he uses a machete, believe it or not. And yeah, at the start he's literally just goes on a killing spree with his machete, kills quite a few people that have guns. They don't seem to affect him very much. So yeah, if you like mindless violence, Expendables, Rambo, Machete, really good films to go and see. On a bit of a lighter note, I'd say Final Fantasy Advent Children. So I'm a big fan of Final Fantasy, collection of games, and I watched this film. I wasn't disappointed in it at all. It's basically the same as the games. So all the cutscenes of the games, it's kind of what it is. It's just a big cutscene really from one of the games. Yes, it's a good story as well. So obviously got Cloud, Sephiroth, all the big names in it. Yeah, it's good. It's like a Final Fantasy type film, It does make sense, but there's a lot of far-fetched scenes in it, which you come to expect from Final Fantasy. That's good. What else? Karate Kid, the new one. The old ones were good, but I found the new one to be a lot better. It's Will Smith's son in it. I can't remember what his name is off the top of my head, but yeah, he's a fantastic actor, and I'm sure give him a few more films and he'll be even better than he is now. So you can already see there's a lot of emotion in his acting, and he's only young, which is a really good trait to have, being that young. What else? He's been in Pursuit of Happiness as well. Jay plays Will Smith's son in that, which he is in real life as well. But yeah, again, he was even younger then when he done Pursuit of Happiness, and there's a lot of feeling in his acting then when he was really young. So I think in the future he'll be just as good as Will Smith is, because Will Smith's a fantastic actor, and he's another one of my favourite actors. I'd say him, Bruce Willis, and Denzel Washington. Haven't got many of Denzel Washington's films, but like Man on Fire, it's an amazing film. A lot of Taking a Pelham 1, 2, 3, another one of his good films. So yeah, those three, probably three of my favourite actors, to be honest. The £7 is another one of Will Smith's films, which again, is such a good twist at the end, because the whole way through you're kind of wondering what he's doing. So he's helping out all these people, or he's testing these people, should I say, to see what they're like, and you're kind of wondering why he's doing it. So he seems like a bit harsh, like especially to the blind guy. He's like phones him up all the time and just shouts at him down the phone. And you're kind of wondering why he's doing it, and then at the end, when you realise why he's doing it, it's unreal. Like the kindness that he goes to, just for these other people, because he feels guilt, because he caused a car accident and killed, I think it's 7 people. So he has gone through his life and he wants to help out 7 people when he dies. So he ends up doing that in a huge way. So I think he definitely made up for it, for what he'd done before, even though it was his fault. But some people just kind of don't seem to get that bothered about it, but he did. They went out of his way to help another 7 people get their lives back on track, really. So yeah, definitely go and see that. It's got a really good ending to it. What else? Step Up. You might say it's a bit, for a male to watch a film like that. I've only seen 1 and 2, haven't seen number 3 yet. So Step Up 2 was amazing, better than the first one I think. But yeah, I like that kind of dancing. Got a lot of respect for people who can dance like that, because I sure as hell can't. So yeah, and they have got a bit of story as well. It's not just just dancing. There is a story to them, and they're quite interesting. It's normally like someone who's hasn't got much of a future, and they go to a dance school basically and turn their future around, make it a bit more bright for themselves, give them more of a chance in life, which is always a good good film, good story. So quite often used, but in Step Up 1 and 2 it's portrayed quite well. Yeah, as I said, the dancing obviously carries it, so if you like that kind of dancing, then you'll really like these films. So, it's the underdog story. The first one, it's a guy who's pretty much got no future. He goes around with his mates and they break into a school and stuff like that. It's at the start, and then he has to go there for community service to clean up basically what he's done. And he ends up start dancing. So and he becomes a student there. It's the same as the second one. Brianna, I think it is her name, and she goes there, or she's in a little crew that dances to start with, and then she wants to go to this school, and she ends up going there and meeting a group of people there that they end up forming a dance group, and then from there they go to the streets, it's called, where they like have a dance tournament basically, and the best reaction from the crowd gets the win. And they end up coming out on top of that. So at the end, so it's a good, righteous victory, you could say. Lastly, Snatch and Rock and Roller, a pair of hilarious films, which set in like not olden times, but London, and like back in the day, I suppose you could say. And it's basically gang film, so with a lot of comedy in it as well, which is the highlight of that, I'd say. Highlight of the film. So if you like, comedy and a bit of action as well, definitely see Snatch and Rock and Roller because they are hilarious films. And anyway, this video's overrun a little bit, and stay tuned for episode 15 coming soon. Thank you for watching. See you next time. Bye.